Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another PvE analysis. This one is going to be on Syndra, the newest champion coming out to League of Legends very shortly. Now, if you have not guessed yet, she is going to be an AP middle champion most likely, and I feel like she is an awesome champion. She is so different from all the champions that are currently out there, and I think she's going to be very fun to play. But at the same time, I feel like she will be somewhat difficult to play. She offers a lot of control, and it's really cool to play her. But, I mean, it is not very easy from what I can see. Now, you are going to have to put some thought process behind in order to play her properly. You're gonna have to think about what skills to use when exactly, and I mean, it's not like any where you can just go and spam your QE ulti and you know, pretty much doesn't even matter what order you throw them in, you are gonna achieve some crazy damage. With her, you really have to know which skill to use when and how to combo them, because I think comboing her skills is very important because they all work together so well. Now, I have thought of a few things, so I'm going to share with you guys very shortly, but in the meantime, let's take a look at her taunts and her skills, and then we'll look at some more gameplay footage.
See absolute control. Immense power is fun. You should try it sometime. A legion couldn't stop me. What chance do you have?
Minions have spawned.
Her Q spawns an orb in a targeted area on the ground, which can be used by her other abilities. It deals 15% bonus damage if it reaches level 5. Her W lets her grab her orb or any minion or neutral minion, including blue buff and red buff, and it allows her to throw it to an enemy champion. If it hits in an AoE area, it will deal damage and slow them. Her E pushes all enemies away from her and orbs. If an orb does go through an enemy champion this way, it will give them a nice stun. Her ultimate throws every single orb around her and on the ground at an enemy champion. They all fall on the ground shortly after and they can be used again. Alright, let's talk more about Diana. So let's analyze that video you guys saw earlier. So as you can see, Zilean goes straight for me, but I push him back with my E. Not the best move, because I probably should have thrown a few Qs and Ws in there and then thrown the E. But regardless, I throw the W first, slows him down, and it pretty much opens up a free Q for me, as it is a lot easier to hit. I keep spamming Qs on him, dealing some nice damage, but he's doing great damage in return. Now I want to look for an opportunity, and I know I have it. So I land my Q, and I'm going to get a few more orbs on the ground, because I do want to finish him off with my ulti. I'd recommend having at least 2 extra orbs on the ground, 3 for maximum damage, 1 at least. And you can do some serious damage just like that. So here's a really funny clip against a Zilean I was 1v1ing in the A-ramp. So he's going to try tower diving me. And I'm going to show you guys just how fast and how much damage her ulti can do. So he tower dives me over here. He does have his shield, so he doesn't pop his ulti just yet, thinking he can bait me. But my ulti kills him way too fast for him to even react to get that ulti off. Syndra has some great harass and poke with her Q and her W. As you can see, I throw my Q, I miss it, but regardless, I pick it up, I throw the W right on top of him, and then I get a nice Q because he is slowed and it's a lot easier to land. Another thing I really like about her is that she can clear waves very easy. As you can see, with just one orb, I throw it, I push it over against the minions, it clears them as well, and I throw another Q and it pretty much clears the whole wave. Like I mentioned earlier, she can be quite difficult to play because she does require quite a lot of skill shots and concentration. So as Zilean dashes in with his E, I throw my Q, I land that, but I miss the E, I pick up the orb with the W, and I whip that one as well, but I do luckily land the Q. So as you can see, not that easy. Another thing I really noticed that I liked about her is that if you throw your ulti on top of him and then throw your E, there's a huge chance that at least one of the orbs that fall off from your ultimate will go through the enemy champion, dealing some extra damage and landing that really critical stun. Here's another sweet clip. So the Zilean once again dashes on me, dealing some nice damage, and I do some crazy damage with my Q and my W, but he does pop that heal, pretty much negating all that damage I just did. He runs away as I pop my ignite and deal some extra crazy damage with the Q and W, but I know I can kill him, so I dash over there, pop my ulti on him, and he actually doesn't even have time to react with his own ultimate, and I kill him almost instantly. Alright, let's finish this video with a nice quick summary and a few extra tips. So, you can land the Q a lot easier after throwing off the W first because they will be slowed, so that will obviously make the Q a lot easier to land. Also, for your ultimate, it is recommended that you have at least 2 extra orbs lying on the ground to kind of assist you in the damage that the ulti will do, because don't forget, the more orbs, the more damage. 1 is the minimum, 2 is the recommended, and 3 is for the maximum damage. And the final tip I went through in this video is after you throw your ulti onto the enemy champion, you are going to have quite a few orbs lying on the ground waiting to be used. So that is a great chance to throw that E off, because not only will you deal some extra nice damage, but there's a huge chance that the orbs will go through at least one of the champions and stun them, which is very, very important on her, because it'll also open up another free Q and possible W. For skill order in this game, I max Q, W, and then E, and obviously ulti when I can. But looking at the AP ratios, maxing W, then Q, then E might not be that bad of a choice. For items, I think a good set would be Rabadon's, Athene's Unholy Grail, and DFG plus the Stork Boots. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace!